Midivani Monroe from MissFabulous.com. Kansas native Kara Laricks initially took a more secure career route, earning degrees in education and going on to teach for several years. However, her passion for design was too strong to lay dormant within her. She enrolled in the master's program at the Academy of Art University in San Francisco and began following her true calling. While producing an accessories line out of her New York apartment, she was cast in NBC's Fashion Star, where she went on to become the winner of the show's very first season. The exposure has catapulted the designer into the mainstream, and her spring 2013 collection will be sold exclusively at Saks Fifth Avenue, turning this talented designer's dream into a reality. We are backstage before the Kara Laricks show, and we're going to speak with Erin Greenia, who is the hairstylist for the show. Can you tell us a little bit about the look you're going for the show?
Well, Kara is one of my good friends and client and has been for a while, and she's always been into a very androgynous look. And when she told me that her line, her collection for this season was, inspired by 1920s matchbook images, she wanted to feel like the wave. That's where we get the finger wave. But she's also very modern. Her line, I think, is very structured and angular. So she also wanted like a strong effect, a strong androgynous effect. So we can kind of merge the two, the waves for the 20, and then the sleek, tight. The ponytail we're doing is going to have a lot of like texture, volume, back brushing. That's the fun. That's the more modern kind of London mod.
We are with Carrie Blair, who is with MAC Cosmetics, and she is doing the makeup for the Kara Laricks show. Can you tell us about the look that you're going for the show?
Yeah, so when I spoke with Kara, I know that she's very inspired by the 20s, obviously a little bit of androgyny, a lot of clean lines, and so I thought what would be really powerful to do for the makeup is to keep the skin really clean and creamy, with a lot of highlights and some sculpturing on the cheekbones to add a little architecture to the face. And then we created a little bit of a black lip using some lip mix products and a gold metal pigment that we pressed into it. It's almost like a little bit of couture for the makeup. So it's really beautiful. It's very simple and sweet, but still has a little bit of a sophisticated goth chic 20s kind of feel, sort of romantic. The cupid's bow is very round in the lip shape. And I think that it's going to make a really powerful statement with the hair and the clothes.
We are with Kara Laricks before her spring 2013 presentation at Pier 57 in New York. I'm not familiar with your label. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do as a designer?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, again, my name's Kara Laricks, and I love combining the masculine and the feminine. So everything that I do can easily be styled sort of in a masculine feel or a feminine feel, and I'm so thrilled to show my spring-summer 2013 collection today. I have girls all the way down looking kind of androgynous, and I am just thrilled for everyone to see it.
For the inspiration for this particular collection, where did you go?
Oh gosh, one of my favorite eras is the 1920s, just because it has that androgynous spirit and was such a change in the way that women dressed. So there's a little hint of the 20s there, but where it really comes from are Matchbox covers, Japanese Matchbox covers from the late 1920s, early 30s. They have a really cool graphic feel to them, so that coupled with kind of the spirit of the era is where the inspiration comes from.
How did that affect the colors that you chose to use in this collection?
You know, I was so taken by the colors in the actual Matchboxes that I researched and saw and loved and fell in love with that I really derived my whole color story from one Matchbox in particular.
fabrics for this collection? What can we expect?
Oh my gosh. Well, my all-time favorite fabric is like a lovely tropical weight wool. I love the way that it drapes. So you're going to see pants, shorts, and a lovely, beautiful tropical weight wool. But then on the evening side, you're going to see some charmeuse and organza, which is kind of risky for me. I'm usually more very utilitarian in terms of fabrics, but I fell in love with those two this season. So I'm excited to show those as well.
And if you had to choose one look as the key look that everybody needs to have in their closet this season, what would you say it would be?
I have to say I'm wearing a sample. They're these little tux tails. So it's a little combination of a short and then with tux tails in back. Again, inspired by that men's tuxedo of the 1920s. And you'll see that throughout all of the looks too. A little detailing of a cummerbund or a little detailing of tails in the shape of a dress. So I would say just anything with a little tux influence.
Sounds beautiful. Can't wait to see the presentation, and I wish you continued success.
Oh, thanks a million. Thank you very much.